Take 3. So I've already done an introduction. As you can see, my eyes are very, very red. I technically already did an eye look. I didn't like how it turned out, so I took it all off, and now I'm refilming again. So there you go. So hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Lacey. And today we're gonna be doing kind of testing new stuff. I'm hoping I'll be able to film all of it. I'm gonna be honest, I've technically already started filming and I couldn't bother to wait for my battery to recharge fully. So, I mean, there we go. So I'm gonna go straight into my P. Louise base. So as you can probably tell from the colour of my eyes, I did do a pink look. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really vibe with what I was doing. I completely cocked it up, so we're gonna do it again. Which is a bit annoying, but there we go. So I did do a pink look to begin with, and now I'm starting to feel like maybe I should just do green. So we're gonna do green. Oh, by the way, I should probably tell you what palette I'm using because that's probably very important. I'm using the Carnival 3 palette, the Love Tahiti palette from bPerfect. So yeah, I'm mainly gonna go in with the green portion of this. I did do the other end, but changed my mind. So the first colour that I think I'm gonna go in with is Forest, which is a forest green. The mattes are pretty much the same as in the formula as the other palettes, I feel like, which is good. As you can see, I'm just putting that straight on in the crease, quite messily to be honest. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, there's a little bit of kick up in Forest. Can you see? Yeah, but obviously I don't mind that. If you're somebody that doesn't particularly like that, then I don't really know what to suggest really. So the colour I want to go in next is Tropics. More of like a pure green, I guess you can say. And I'm just gonna start blending that out. I feel like I want to mix in Cocoa and Khaki. Using that to deepen up this outer part here. Next shade I'm gonna go in with is, oh, I feel like I want to go in with Bamboo. Again, going back in with Forest, but I might mix it in with a bit of Blackout, just a smidge. Just in this kind of V shape over here. And then rounding off around the socket. Going back in with Tropics. Around the edges just to make sure they are blended together. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with Bamboo. This brush is too flimsy, I need something more precise. Going back in with khaki and cocoa. Just putting that in the outer part of the eye. I've got hair everywhere. Okay, that's kind of what we're going with at the minute. I'm gonna cut the crease. And I'm just gonna dab the edge of that. I'm just gonna dab out those edges. No added product on my brush, just using whatever's on there. I'm just using a bit of khaki on its own and kind of building that in the cut crease. Okay, I kind of have an idea of what I want to do on the lid. Makes a change. I'm usually so indecisive, but I think I've got a clear mind of what I want. So the first shade that I'm going to go in with is Tahiti Green, and this is going to go on the cut crease, but only like midway on the cut crease. It's not going to go on the inner part of the cut crease, basically what I'm saying. Tahiti's colour is Tahiti Green. That's quite a nice shade actually. It reminds me of like a lime. And the shade that's gonna go in the centre, I'm gonna go in with Vanilla. It looks very basic in the pattern, but I think it's got like green reflexes, which I thought would be quite complimentary. Like that. I just want to make sure those colours are kind of melted together? Mixed together quite nicely. See, sometimes you just got to do things second time over and get yourself worked up. Just start fresh and try again. If that's not a life lesson today, then I don't know what is. Okay, so I'm happy how that's looking. I'm going to go off camera and just do the other eye because you don't need to be seeing... What? You know... You don't need to see it being done again. That was what I was trying to say, but my brain had a bit of a malfunction. So yeah, I'm just gonna nip off camera and then I'll be back. So now that I've done the eyeshadow, I am gonna move on to the face. I like to do lashes somewhere between like last, basically. So I did get the, if I can get out of the box. I got the Fenty Beauty Soft Silk Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. Looks it feels very luxurious. It's like that frosted kind of glass. Very luxurious. It's making me feel very bougie. Okay, so oh. It's pink. It smells nice. It smells of something familiar, but I can't think of what it smells like. Like it does smell like skincare, but I can't think of what skincare it reminds me of. Okay, yeah, that feels nice. Makes my skin feel quite soft as well, to be honest. Yeah, I like that. For foundation, I've got the Fenty Beauty foundation. Now, how do I get in the box? This is the hydration one as well, and it's in the shade 100, which I'm hoping is a good match because I did it all online. So yeah, let's hope so. Yeah, so this one's the hydrating one, just hydrating longwear foundation. So let's see how it goes. because I've been liking a more lighter coverage. Ooh, how do I get it out? Do I just keep pumping it? Oh, got it. Oh, it's very runny. I mean, not super runny, but it's runny. Hopefully that's not too much. Okay, so let's just start blending it in. Okay, I need more coverage than that. I was expecting a bit more coverage. But then I just go over with the sponge. I think it might be a hair too light for me. So I'm going to put a little bit of my NARS foundation. Just to kind of mix on top, just give me a bit of colour. I don't know how I feel about this foundation so far. It seems to be quite dry around my nose. Which, you know, I have quite a dry nose anyway. But the foundation just made it very obvious that I've got loads of dry patches on my nose, which I didn't think I had. Even on my forehead, it's picking up quite a lot of dry patches, and I'm not even dry on my forehead. Like, honestly, didn't think I was even dry on my forehead, but it's picking up like a load of dry patches. I don't know, maybe I'll just use that foundation more as a like a light to lighten up darker foundations for me, maybe. Okay, no, I'm gonna have to take that foundation off, bear with. So I'm back with no foundation on. I'm gonna put that Fenty primer back on because I think that did actually feel quite nice. And I don't have another new foundation, so I'm just gonna do what I've been doing lately and mix in my NARS Radiant Longwear Natural Foundation. That wasn't the exact title, but it's got those words in it, just the wrong way around. And this is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturiser, and this is what I've been doing lately. So I put a couple of pumps of that on. And this is really good. If you've got dry skin, this is what I like to do, because if you've got dry skin, you know foundation just clings to the to dry patches sometimes, and this is perfect for me because it's got that lightweight feeling of a moisturiser. Because obviously it's a tinted like BB cream, if you want to say, but because I've added a bit of foundation to it, it's giving me coverage. Let me know if you tried the Fenty Beauty, the hydration foundation, because if it's supposed to be hydrating, it's not supposed to be emphasising my dry patches, no? So I don't understand why it emphasised all my dry patches. I don't get it. Let me know if you've got dry skin and if you've tried that foundation, what did it do to you? That sounds really traumatising, doesn't it? Like, but see, I look at my nose, there's literally no dry patches on my nose. And you know, at the minute your girl's like healing from spots and you can't see like the dry skin around it. You know, I know that's a little bit bougie, but if you say if you really want a good combination and to make like, if you have like really dry flaky skin, honestly, this is the best combination I think I've ever used, and I think I'm going to continue to use it. Even this on its own, I use this for work. Like, I just bung this on just to give me a little bit of something. But on my weekend days, you know, if I want to look a little bit more like full coverage, it doesn't give me complete full coverage because I can still see like I got some you know, natural skin issues, you know, a little bit of redness, whatever. But I think with the trends at the minute, that's becoming more acceptable. Like seeing you've got, like, you know, a bit of redness or some spots or whatever underneath your foundation. But I feel like if you try, sometimes if you put a full coverage foundation over top of spots, I think it makes it look cakey. And I'd rather look like you can see it a little bit rather than it look cakey around it and make it look more obvious, you know what I mean? I do also have another Fenty Beauty product, which is the bronzer. Now, I've heard good things about the bronzer, so I'm hoping this is okay. This is in the shade Butter Biscuit. I'm hoping it's okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my sponge and try to work with it like that, maybe. So I'm putting it on my cheekbones. It's a nice colour. I do like this colour. I'm probably using it in the most trickiest way possible, using a sponge with it, but I don't want to end up messing my foundation up if this doesn't go well. I'd say that's not looking too bad, you know. I'll just put a little bit around the forehead area. I'm using it right. I think it looks nice applied with a sponge. That's put like a nice healthy glow to my skin actually as well. Now I'm not going to be able to do that, do my contour with a sponge, so a little bit around my nose. And then I just kind of go around the nose contour with a sponge just to soften it. I want to look contoured, but I don't want to look so structured, you know. I still want to have softer features, because I feel like with my type of face shape, I can't have harsh features. I actually quite like that. It's giving me a bit of a subtle glow, which, if you know me, I like glow. I quite like a glowy product, not so much a shiny product, a glowy product. So there we go. The next one I'm going to go in with is some concealer. So I have my Jouer, which I haven't had in ages, or I have the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer. I really don't like this type of packaging. It really bothers me. It's got to be so bad for the environment. But I kept getting it. It's got to be so bad for the environment. Those poor turtles. Okay, so this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. Now, if you've been here for a while, I tried the matte one, I think. I don't think I liked it. Okay, so I guess we're going to try it. If not, I'll just put a bit of that Jouer over. No, that's a good colour. No, that's a good colour. Oh, I should probably take this shade, huh? Oh, this is 0.1. I will just say about this concealer, the doe foot is very big, and I quite like a smaller doe foot. That's why I quite like my NARS concealer, just because the doe foot is so like petite and small and just perfect. Because, you know, I don't want to end up with a fat looking nose. I've got to contour my nose to look bigger. That's a bit silly. So far, that's blending out quite nicely. It definitely has a glowiness to it, which I can appreciate. The coverage is quite good under the under eye. I wouldn't say I've got massive like bags or like dark circles or anything, but that's done all right for me. pat out that concealer. I find putting concealer around my eyeshadow kind of angles it in the way that I want it to, because I know like sometimes if you do eyeshadow before your makeup, you know, sometimes go in the wrong angles or whatever. You know what, I actually think that looks alright. I'm just using my Huda Beauty powder in Sugar Cookie just to set that. This is pretty much my go-to powder, not gonna lie. I always set my under eye with a brush. I just think it looks less cakey and less drying, because I find if I do it with a sponge, sometimes it can end up just being too much powder under the under eye, and then just makes my under eyes just look hella dry, which you don't want if you are already dry. And when I do it on a smaller brush, I mainly just set in the places that I really want to be set when I do it with a small, more precise brush. Then just with a bigger brush, not too much powder, but I will just kind of set kind of the bottom of my cheeks. I don't like to go in with too much powder anyway, so I'm gonna go in with the Doll Gimme Sun in the shade Light, because I'm that fair. So this is from Doll Beauty. I got it not too long ago, but I just haven't tried it yet. I wanted to wait for a video like this. So did they name it Gimme Sun because they wanted it to replicate Gimme Sun from MAC? I don't know. I'm sorry if you can hear children outside. They appear to be having fun. I'm just gonna bronze the nose a bit. Now I know the nose always looks kind of crazy, but you gotta wait. You gotta wait for the whole thing. Contour, I'm just going to my ABH contour palette. I feel like I don't massively contour really. And then on the nose. I like to drag my contour up into my eyebrows. I don't have a new blush, but the blush that I've been using a lot lately is the Blushing in Barley by BH Cosmetics. Just kind of looks like this. Quite good for your money, to be honest, because you get 3 highlighters and 3 blushes. So it'd be good if you're like a makeup artist. I don't have a new highlighter. Do I just use my cookie one, or is that going to be too pink? I'm going to go with my Benefit Cookie highlighter. See what I mean with by a glowy product instead of a shiny product? Like, I think that's just hit the right spots without looking like glittery. Do you remember those days when everyone wanted like a really shiny like metal highlighter? I think I'm over those days. Like, just give me a nice glowy kind of product. Okay, so I need to set my do I want to set my face? Yeah, I'll set my face now. So I've recently got the Ofra Makeup Fixer. I've not heard anyone talk about this, but for starters, like, look how big the bottle is. How much do you get? 240 ml. Which, how much do you get in your all-nighter? So in Urban Decay all-nighter, you get 118 ml, and in this for 15 quid, you get 240 ml. That is literally double. Literally double. And the mist is so fine as well. It's really nice. See what I mean with the skin though? Like, although you can still see parts of my skin, I prefer that. I just think it looks more natural. I mean, I say that with the bright green cut crease smoke out look, but like, you know, like the redness from the blush and the bronzer, and you know, you still see, obviously I've got spots, but let's be real, who hasn't got spots? You know, it's a complete normal, it's a normal thing to have. You can't do much about that. Okay, so let's zoom you into, what do I want to do? Let's just zoom you into the eyes. Obviously, you guys can see that, obviously, how many times can I say obviously? I've got a bit of like a sharpness around my eye look. And what I usually just do is, without any added product, just kind of soften it. And that's literally the first thing I think about doing. You know, and if I want to add a bit more drama, and if I want to really drag it out, then I'll just gradually start dragging it out. There we go. I do enjoy those greeny type looks, actually. They're quite good. So I think I'm gonna finish off the lower lash line and then put the lashes on, I reckon. I'm gonna go back in with Forest on a bit of a smaller pencil brush and kind of start dragging that in quite close to the lash line. And just kind of buff it in. Then back in with my normal brush, going back in with bamboo. Yeah, go back in with bamboo. Sure, why not? I'm gonna start dragging that under. I feel like I need a little bit more darkness. Yeah, I'm gonna mix Black Beach and Forest together. And I'm not bringing it all the way around because I feel like that makes my eye smaller. I just kind of brought it like halfway and then I'm like smudging it out. Which, can you see the difference? That one looks way more smouldering. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera to put my lashes on. But just so you know, I will be wearing I got a brand new pair of Esmeraldas from Doll Beauty, my fave. So I'm just gonna pop these on off camera and then I'll be right back. I just overlined my lips using the Dose of Colours lip liner in Undressed. Then I'm going to try out this MAC Peach Stock lipstick. I'm going to put a little bit of Dose of Colours, put a little bit of Doll Beauty in the centre. In the shade FOMO. Then for gloss, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Glass Slipper. And a bit more setting spray. So guys, this is the finished look using some new products. If you enjoyed the video, let me know down below in the comments or leave me a thumbs up. And also, don't forget to follow me on IG. My IG is lacy.makeup. And feel free and subscribe. But yeah, until next time guys, bye!